got some darts coming up next weekend for the development tour, and we're joined by James Beeton, who's come along to have a chat about how he's been going and getting ready for next weekend. James, great to see you. How are you doing?
Yeah, you too, mate. Good. Thanks for having me. Yeah, all good, to be fair. Really excited now, probably, to get back going proper darts next week in Barnsley. Fingers crossed it goes ahead. It looks like it's going to now, I think.
Got something to talk about at last.
Yeah, finally. It was well, in my head, it got to a stage where I thought, I'm not going to pick my darts till next year now. And I did. And I thought, oh, God, but fingers crossed now, fair play to the PDC. They've got the tournaments back up and running. And obviously, I've been watching a bit of the Pro Tour and that, and it seems to be going really well. And spoke to one or two of the players, and he said it's just been quality. So fair play to them.
Absolutely. And the other bonus about next week is it falls to the World Youth as well, the last 96. So there's something else to shoot for, I guess, over that weekend. How have you been over the last few months? I mean, darts for us has been very administrative and getting things ready and trying to keep the thing alive. Obviously, what about an individual young player like yourself? I mean, from a work or college, whatever you do, and darts, how has it all fitted in? Have you managed to do anything online or not?
That's crazy, to be fair. So the whole sort of lockdown, I was in the Isle of Man on the 15th of March, and then everyone knew it was the last tournament, and then it was the week after then that the full lockdown started. And then I kept on the board for the next probably 2 weeks. I was still practicing what I normally do, and then you sort of start to think, you saw the news and you think, I thought maybe 2 months max. I thought I'll keep sharp, and then got to the point where I thought, I'm practicing for nothing here, and then tournaments started getting cancelled, and I was like, oh. So luckily I went and bought an Xbox One literally the day before lockdown, because I knew I got a few mates who were on it. So the Xbox kept me okay, luckily, or I think I'd have been ridiculously bored. I think I spent, counting up the days, I think I had like 8 weeks, didn't even leave the house, and that wasn't because I was scared or anything. It was just, there was nothing to go out for. You couldn't go and see your mates because it was that unsafe. Me and my dad were at home. My dad was furloughed, and my mum was still working through it all, to be fair. Spent some time at home, really. My dad was watching films and whatnot. That kept us going, really, playing Monopoly overnight.
Yeah, you're saying the same things as pretty much everybody, even chatting to the top players in the world that have had time at home. It's to get excited about picking them up again is been a bit tricky.
Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy, mate. Yeah, it was looking forward to it now. I mean, last week or two now, they've really started to get excited by it to go next week, and I mean that. It was probably at the first I was a bit, it's good, but it's starting to get that bit of excitement going and that flair going, because when I said during it, actually, I've never spent so much time at home ever.
No, exactly.
I've spent more time at home. In the last 6 months.
No hotels, no
flights,
no subways.
Nothing.
I don't know, whatever you do.
No, nothing.
Like Glenn Durant,
crazy,
just have pot
mate.
noodles everywhere,
Pot noodles, yeah, and his palm or something he eats. Yeah.
So, practice-wise, I mean, obviously you must have a setup at home, so you get yourself sharp. And do you go down well before the event, or would you go down like the day before? Are you going to play all those tournaments and then on the Monday as well? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, so probably, obviously I've been busy quite the last few weeks and all that, but no, I played the first local tournament last Sunday, actually. Right. First one back. It was 32 players only, obviously because of COVID. It was a Grand Slam. Yeah. Got beat in the final, and I was happy with that, really. I know, not like losing, but I was happy with it, really. Really, because I know a lot of those who were there, they've been smashing the online stuff. I sort of had a bit of a break from it, to be fair. I tried it. Weren't really my thing, really. Obviously, if I'd have been 18, I could have played in the both this one. Yeah. Obviously, with the same management because of the betting laws and that.
Of course, yeah.
So I watched that, people like David Evans, superb, Keane Barry, that was good. Just watch that. I watched the home tour, but no, next week, well, I'll be going down Thursday afternoon, Thursday night now, so I'll start getting ready now properly, really. Funny enough, on the way back then, I was looking at the Order of Merit for the Worlds, because I just forgot everything. I'm in a better position than I thought. I'm 32nd on 300 quid. So
yeah,
but,
I think you're top 32. So that's not going too bad since was it March?
Exactly,
It stopped, didn't it? About on
yeah,
development.
March.
You played 4.
Yeah, played 4 tournaments in Germany, Hildesheim.
Yeah, that's it.
So in a good way, you know, because some players, like, normally if you have the first weekend, you have a bad weekend, you go, oh, I've got 4 weekends, but obviously you've only got 6 tournaments now. So
well,
the first day, I think.
I mean, considering you're only 17, I mean, you've got a great knowledge. I mean, you've played a lot of JDC stuff over the years. You've got development tour experience under your belt. You got a lot. You mix yourself up with some great players within the Modus world, and your sponsors and whatever. The BDO, as it was, sort of doing stuff on that sort of circuit, which now is UKDA. You know, for so many short years, you've got a lot of experience.
Yeah, it's good. I started, say, when I first started playing, and that I got that experience of playing men straight away, even when I was at 13, 14. So when I did start the JDC, you know, it was, you know, one of them, I was ready for it, if you know what I mean. But
yeah.
JDC, fair play, they've just kept bigger. From when I first started it, I'm trying to think now, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, maybe, in Worcester. I remember it, first tournament. And then I won the first one up the following year in Dorchester, actually.
That's right, I remember that.
So yeah, I remember it. Oh, what a venue! First thing, Jesus, you know, obviously around then I was unknown. Well, I was unknown. You know, I didn't really be my dad. I didn't really know anyone there, to be fair, and just sort of clicked. But as I said, from then, I think I won the final with about a 76, 77 average, and them averages, it wouldn't cut it. You wouldn't get past the first round nowadays in the JDC, and that's truthful. You know, some of the averages, even last year when I was playing in it, I was averaging, you know, also 100 average and getting beat.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy. But fair play to Crit yourself, you know, Steve, you know, other sponsors, Modus and, you know, PDPA, everyone else, for giving, you know, people like myself, you know, the opportunities to play in these kind of events. And
mate, we can't do it without this lot. You know, it's as simple as that. We need the support to get the tournaments on, and I think at some point. You know, best regards for your future career.
Cheers, thanks, guys. Thanks, mate. Thank you.
Lovely. Take care of yourself, James.
You too.
Ta-da, mate. Ta-da.